What's good, folks? This is Big Daddy coming at you. I'm here because KMB told me today, and you know KMB, formerly of the Social Vent podcast. He stole my homie in crime. So he told me today after I visited him today, why don't you go do a podcast? Came out of nowhere. I was like, all right, let's go do a podcast. And I've been sitting here for I don't know how damn long. Been sitting here for about 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, all right, what am I going to talk about? I could do the random shit talking like I usually do, which eventually it leads into something good. But I feel right now there is really something I want to say. It's about appreciation. I appreciate my homeboy. We've been going at this hard for about 7, 8 years now. And, we've stopped and we started. Started. Now we're on. It's on no matter what. We made a promise to each other. This is going to be our year to break out. That no matter what, we don't stop. We don't care if the podcasts come few and far between. We don't stop because we both have a feeling we're on that verge. Even though there's a lot of podcasts out there who usually break out after about 6 or 7 months because they're really totally focused on their niche, on what they want to talk about. He has gotten back so knee deep into wrestling. He's on the verge. I mean, he's already had a couple of big name wrestlers already go to his posts, like his stuff. I think a few actually commented. And if they did, that's hella cool. I'm the one who needs to really get his shit together and figure out, all right, what do you want to talk about, Philip? What is it that you really want to say to the world? With me being on this podcast, folks, I know some of y'all have even said to me, no, what is the point of your podcast? You have no focus. Some people said, we just like your randomness. And honestly, I'm here to show people that no matter who you are, you can do a podcast, have fun with it, talk about all kinds of shit. Sure, if you want to focus, have a focus. If you don't want to have a focus, if you want to do like me, then do that. Bill Burr, everyone knows who Bill Burr is, okay? That son of a bitch is hilarious. His podcast is hilarious. He talks about some of the most random shit. And it's funny as hell. And I think, I feel it's most because he's a comedian. And shout out to him, for doing what he's doing. At least I can say he's been goddamn consistent because other comedians and other people, during the whole COVID shit, they started and then they stopped. And they were some good podcasts, but damn, he has been consistent. And listening to him, just the way he does it, his presentation, makes me all right doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I get into my spirituality stuff. I talk all that shit. And, I say talk all that shit because a lot of folks say, well, that's all you ever talk about, Phil. You don't talk about none of that other stuff like you used to. Folks, you got to understand, we elevate, we change, we grow. And if I talk about spirituality, cool. If I want to talk about video games and stuff like that, like a whole bunch of upcoming games, especially Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, God damn it, I'm ready for that one. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, that game ain't look like ain't gonna be shit. How in the fuck do you know? You're getting that all based off of a trailer. Fucking grow up, eat a dick, shit, or eat a cooch or something. Whatever your flavor is, neighbor, do it. But point is, do what you feel is good for you. I like talking random shit. I like sitting here and talking with all y'all about this stuff. A lot of folks have already come to me and say, how do I start a podcast? And I've talked to them in DMs and stuff like that. And some of them, they're doing it. All you got to do is, like I said, grab your phone. And if it has a basic recorder on there, if you got, let's say, like Audacity, download it. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to download your sound bites onto your computer nowadays, and especially if you got Google Drive. Google Drive is probably the easiest one to use. I use Dropbox and sometimes Google Drive. Just depends on how full the box is all of a sudden. And you edit it, something like Audacity. Other people use other programs. Some folks love Adobe Premiere, and if I could afford Adobe Premiere, trust me, I get that shit. But for now, I use Audacity because it's simple, it's easy, and I've learned how to use macros on it, and I know how to make this shit sound good. Other people come to me and say, how do I form a niche? How do I talk about this? I want to talk about this. Cool. Write that shit down. A, B, C, D. Talk about it. Be about it. Don't, and people they sense realness on podcasts. They you can't fake that shit. There's so many people who listen to podcasts, and you actually got some podcast reviewers who think they know every goddamn thing, and it gets on my nerves. But anyway, this is what I do. I love doing this. The next thing I'm going to be getting into, and I've been talking about it lately, but I'm actually doing it. I've been practicing audio dramas. I've been looking into sound engineering because eventually that's what I would love to do. When I was in school, like at NAU, Northern Arizona University, I was in the School of Comm, and I jumped majors. I don't know how many damn times I landed in the radio, and I got into the media part. And just as I was about to learn soundboards and sound engineering and stuff like that, because I love that shit, altering voices and just messing around with all that, funding ran out in the form of a wife. My second wife, I got married, I lost track, and I never went back. So I'm learning all this on my own. YouTube University, thank you, you're beautiful. I fucking love this shit. I ask questions myself. I don't know all this shit, and I don't want to pretend I know it all. I mean, I ask other podcasters all the time, who do you go through? How did you learn this? Who, what, when, where, why, how, basically. Some are more than willing to help me. Some are, yes, and I've had this, folks. I don't really like I don't want the competition, or really don't like it. People ask me all the time, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Thank you. I'm not going to call your name out on the podcast or anything like that, but just know, folks, that not everyone is in your corner. Sometimes you do have to just get up and just look at this shit yourself, find out for yourself. You just got to do it, because not everyone, like I said, not everyone's willing to help you. So for those who do want to start podcasts, for those who do really want to just take that plunge in, and because it's like something that you're afraid of your own voice. Some folks say, I get tired of I don't like hearing my own voice. I get tired of hearing my own voice, but those are the same people who like to bump their fucking gums about dumb shit outside of a damn podcast or off of a microphone. And to me, those are the ones who would be the best at this goddamn podcast game. It's fucked up to say it like that, but folks, I'm dead serious. Those are the people who would be the best at this damn game. And I've actually told a few people that. As much as the stupid shit you fucking talk, you're afraid to talk on the goddamn microphone about the shit that you talk about right now in front of everybody. Well, it's different because it's you guys. Well, no, you're just too worried about impressing somebody, which kind of calls them out on their own. They talk a good game, but they wouldn't do it to possibly make money. Some people make money on this podcast game like no other. Yeah, they got to work for it. The payout's kind of sloppy. Podcasting, for some reason, and I've said this before, podcasting has adopted broadcast radios, advertisement scales and shit like that, and it sucks. But there's a lot of folks who are breaking out of it. They're using Patreon and other stuff like that. They make exclusive content. So yeah, you gotta pay a little subscription fee, which is very smart. Substack and all those other places, they have the option of you writing stories and for art, sell your articles and stuff like that, or pay a membership to view those articles. Substack also has a podcast section where people can pay to listen to your podcast, or you got exclusive content that people can listen to. Then boom, right there. This game is starting to shape up. It's getting away from the radio model, which I'm so goddamn happy. Boy, I'm fucking happy. Joe Budden, man, his podcast is Patreon only. He may give you free sound bites every now and then, and they're quick little sound bites, which is very smart marketing and a goddamn strategy. But because of who he is, the content that he brings, and the content he talks about, yeah, it's worth that little subscription fee. And as much as he puts out the episodes, it's very much worth it. So it's all out there, folks. I'm looking into all that. Maybe I will niche up one of these times. Maybe I'll talk about something specifically. Maybe one of these days I'll just be like, okay, we're going to talk about nothing but massage, because as you know, I'm a massage therapist as well, and a fascial stretch therapist. Thanks to Stretch to Win Institute. Free plug right there, folks. You don't have to be a massage therapist. Just a quick reminder, you don't have to be a massage therapist to go to their class, okay? You do have to have other licensure. If you're not a massage therapist, you can, if you got your personal trainer license, you can do it like that. Just make sure you got, insurance to do it. Do your homework. If you want to start your own business like that. So little free plugs here and there. See, I could do this. Boom. I see. This is why I love talking to y'all. I solve my own fucking problems, man. Damn, Big Daddy, you actually smart, boy. Shit. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to come on and say hi. He said, KMB said, do a podcast. Here's my podcast. And it feels good just to talk to y'all. It feels good just to get on here and just rant and rave and help my damn self. Thank you for listening. I love you all. What time is it? Maybe I'll go a little bit longer because Big Daddy's starting to be hungry daddy, and I don't like being hangry. I found out me and hangry don't work. The vegan thing, I'm really not doing that much anymore. I'm more eating to be sustaining. Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not eating like beef or chicken or any of that stuff. I mean, I'll eat fish once in a while. I still do a lot of my vegetable meals and stuff like that. I've definitely been doing more fruits. I've been doing like sweet potatoes and stuff like that because it's good. They're nutrient dense and they're good for you. But what I'm lacking in and what I've found out lately is my fucking calorie intake. I'm like, okay, I'm losing muscle like a motherfucker, even though I'm doing all the right things. Ever since I started eating fish, though, that's been bringing in another protein, especially brain food. Vegans are known for, cloudy brains and stuff like that because we're lacking some of those certain minerals and vitamins. But in the end, it's all, it's all about what your body responds to and what's good for it. A lot of folks still eat all that shit because they think, oh, well, I love this one. God put it on this earth for us to eat. And I'm like, well, if that's true, then, I'm not going to go pervert like that. I'll do it some other time. But my meat eaters, they say, well, I'm going to eat it. I don't care what no one says. You vegans and blah, blah, blah. That's right, us vegans. But not all vegans are true vegans because if we have oral sex, yes, I'm going there for a second. If we have oral sex, that means we're not true vegans. Oh, fucking y'all are nasty. Don't have me talk like that. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been eating more fish, salmon, just salmon, and tuna. Over there at Fry's and other different grocery stores, they're starting to sell like big old slabs of tuna, and that shit is pretty good. So I've been doing that. I still do my rice bowls. I throw veggies up in there and stuff like that. At work, too, I'll eat like the veggie burritos, even though I'm gonna stop that because it has. I just found out they're doing regular eggs. I thought it was like just egg or some other kind of plant-based egg substitute. No real eggs, and I've been wondering why when I eat that shit, my stomach gets upset. I'm like, God damn, what the hell's going on? Farting and carrying on. Customers come up at the coffee shop. They're like, oh, you guys are cooking something back there? Well, yeah. Oh my God, y'all are crazy. Yes, I'm blaming my madness on y'all right now because y'all are listening to me, and I thank you. I really do appreciate y'all listening to me right now. You being my audience, honestly, and I've seen. It's funny because on Buzzsprout, where we get to see with the analytics of where people are listening from, it's very interesting. I get a lot of overseas listeners. Very few, honestly, very few in the United States. I get some from Flagstaff. I get some from different parts of the United States. But my main concentration is in Japan. Boy, arigato, Japan. Shit, I love y'all, man. Thank you. It's cool. When me and KMB first started this off, we didn't think about analytics or any of that shit. We were just two guys who just wanted to do a damn podcast and have fun and talk shit. We never thought about, okay, how do we expand our reach? How do we do this? How do we do that? How do we make our logo look better? How do we do all this shit? And Can be being the young buck of the group, you know, he really gets into this because he really does have that creative ass mind for it. Me, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna fucking do this and blah 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 blah. Okay, we're gonna do this. So it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun watching him do his thing, and then I copy what he does. And you know, I've always liked doing you know, like graphics and stuff like that. But I've always loved writing too. And when I've talked to him about the possibility of doing a shared audio drama, he lights up. And it's cool because it gets me all fired up. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. And we can make this graphic. We could tell this story. And we could do these kind of voices. I was like, all right, let's fucking do it. When we try to get other people on board, this is how you know your crew. When we try to get other people on board, they're like, okay. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, what? Either you do or you don't. I mean, I know this isn't for everybody, but let's just have some fun. Eventually, it's just, it boils down to me and him. Or if he gets too busy, it boils down to me. And I've just been practicing, honestly. I've been practicing Audacity. I know a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, Audacity sucks. There's better programs out there. Yes, there are. If you can afford the motherfuckers. I cannot afford said MF. I got to afford this MF, which is Audacity. But going on them tutorials? Yeah, you know what I mean, shit. Going on those on YouTube and stuff like that, I've been learning voice alteration. I've been splicing together like different sounds and stuff like that, background music and, you know, sound effects. I've been altering my voice. I'll make like different, like a long, like say like a 10-second voice blurb, like the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And then I splice into 3 different areas, change the voices up on it a little bit, put the seconds on there differently so it sounds like a different kind of echo. Yes, it's so fun. This is how I know I should be doing sound engineering and producing rather than just you know, jumping on the podcast, you know, stuttering ass boy. I'm all getting excited. But anyway, you know how it does. It's just fun shit like that. And you know what else I love? I love sitting here in my little regular spot doing my podcast, and then all of a sudden when people walk by, they see me doing what I'm doing and they stare all across my damn head. There was some folks out earlier walking their damn dog, and they just kept looking down at me like, what is he doing there? None of your damn business. This was my hood way before it was yours, and it's still not yours. This is ours. I don't give a fuck what people say. This is ours. Hell yeah. It'll be ours till the day we die. You can change this sumbitch up. You can gentrify this motherfucker as much as you want to. It's gonna be ours. Put a stamp on it. Now what? Shit. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Wait, do people even smoke out of pipes anymore? Every time I turn around, people got them little goddamn vape pens. And people always try to tell me, hey, you want to hit this? Cool. They pass it to me, and I'm waiting. And they're looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, where's the lighter? They're like, what? The lighter, you know, the Bic, flick it, and it lights up. You smoke. They go, no, you push the button right there. It's a vape pen. I'm like, I knew that. Don't test me. I just want to see if you knew your shit, and you do. So, you know, you pass. My God, things are changing so damn fast. I need to catch up. I actually know what I just need to pay more attention. I know what I need to catch up on, and I stay caught up on what I know that I love. The rest of this shit, man, fuck this. I do sound like an old ass now, huh, yo? Damn. That shows how much I really pay attention. Yeah, I'm gonna light a fucking vape pen up so it blows up in my fucking face. Old ass, bald, brown, sexy son bitch me. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm getting hangry. I can tell. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for all the for the Q&As. And if you do have a Q&A, bleh, if you have a Q&A, okay, let's try this again. Down below in the comments is my email address. Send me a little shout out. Send me a little something. If you want me to shout out your homeboy, your homegirl, if you want me to send out, and it's all free. I ain't gonna charge you guys no shit. I know some podcasters who actually charge people. You want to do a shout out? It costs 15 seconds. It costs this much money, like it's fucking advertising. No, If you have a loved one, if you have someone who's sick or they're well, you have friends who are getting married, I'll shout them out. Fuck yeah. I will shout them out. It's called community. It's what we're supposed to be doing. Feel me? I love y'all. Y'all listen in. It's only right. Especially to my folks in Japan. Domo arigato. Thank you for listening. And Germany. Let's look here real quick. Okay. Germany. Japan. South Africa. Hey. South Africa, shout out. Who else? We got Colombia. We got Mexico City. Orale. We got, I still got listeners in Prescott Valley. Well, shit. Hi. Or howdy. How y'all doing? And then I got Canada. I got a few in Hawaii. I got 13 in New Zealand. Hey. I got Madagascar? Really? 3 in Madagascar. How y'all doing over there? Shout out to all of y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. To everybody who's listening. This is fucking cool. I'm looking at my analytics. This is where it shows me all the stuff, folks. I'm not making this up. China has 400 some odd listeners. Damn. Why is it getting more love overseas than I do here from my own people here in the States? Damn. Anyway, hangry. Gonna go eat. I'll find something tasty. Maybe I'll get a hamburger, and I'll tell you how sick I fucking got off of it. All right. I love you all. Have a good evening. Stay up. Keep your heads up. And as always, mwah! Peace.